Hello everyone, my name is Seung-Hwan Myung, professor of Ina University in Korea. The lecture for today is about government and public services based on core technologies. The purpose of this module is about understanding the government and public services based on core technologies in the era of digital transformation. It will also provide cases of the public services by governments around the world based on key technologies, including artificial intelligence, big data, cloud, and blockchain. The objectives of this module is to understand the concept of core technologies for digital transformation, including AI, big data, cloud, and blockchain. Also, we want to understand the public services based on core technologies with case studies. And finally, we'd like to look at the policies for better government and public services based on core technologies. The structure of this module 2 is Module 2-1 is about AI-based government and public services. Let us understand the AIs and its trends recently. The cognitive technologies behind AI are already having a real impact on many people's lives and work. The public sector is seeking applications to improve services, that is, cognitive technologies that could eventually revolutionize every facet of government operations. For example, as a case, the chatbot, which is called Emma in the U.S. Citizenship, Immigration, and Services, has created an interactive virtual assistant, Emma, that can respond accurately to human language. And also, scalable urban traffic control, that is the world's first decentralized smart adaptive traffic signal system. In Singapore, they also developed chatbots that is called Ask Jemmy. In partnership with Microsoft, the Infocom Development Authority will use conversational computing to deliver public services under a new initiative called Conversations as a Platform. And also, in Germany, DHL's electric postbot that will be used by a city employee that distributes mail between the city administration offices. And also in Canada, the Montreal-based infrastructure, AI, is employing pattern recognition intelligence to distinguish group of pedestrians from vehicles. Then how can AI be used for better public service? Now, all governments have already deployed 10% already, and 17% will deploy in the next 12 months. And top performers will deploy in 12 to 24 months. And AI applications for public services dramatically increasing now. And let's look at issues and challenges with AI. First, the strategy for implementing AI in government. Make AI a part of goal-based citizen-centric program. That is very important. And get citizen input and include citizens in developing AI technologies. And build upon existing resources. And it should be data prepared and treat carefully with privacy. And also we have to carefully look at the issue of ethical issues and risks and avoid AI directly decision making. And we also have augment employees, and we have to carefully approach, not replace them instantly. Module 2-2 is about big data-based government and public services. And next, what is big data and its trends? 5 V models of big data: volume, variety, velocity, value, and veracity. And this slide shows about good practices. And also, Korea, we have open data, big bang projects. Canada also has open portal and then the Canadian open data experience. And Italy also provides digital identity public system. Japan also has official information system total management database. So the benefits of big data for governments includes quick and improved decision-making, enhancing productivity, and improving transparency and cost reduction, eliminating fraud and removing waste and abuse, reduce crimes and security threats, increase regional interest, improve mission outcomes, improve emergency response, identify and reduce inefficiencies, and finally, workforce effectiveness are increasing. The challenges for big data projects are big data management, ensuring data quality, and finally, the issue of ethics and privacy concerns. Module 2-3 is about blockchain-based government and public services. And thirdly, let's look at the blockchain issues. The concept of blockchain is that a blockchain is a type of database that takes a number of records and puts them in a block. And each block is then chained to the next block using an encrypted signature. This allows blockchains to be used like a ledger, which can be shared and checked by anyone with the appropriate permission. So let's look at the types of networks: centralized versus decentralized versus distributed network. And the distributed network is completely decentralized to the extreme. So the blockchain makes use of the distributed network such that everyone downloads and interacts with all the information that is available on the blockchain. For example, in Uganda, more than 10% of its medicines are fake, according to the country's National Drug Authority. So, blockchain can be a solution because it verifies the distribution of counterfeit drugs. In Brazil, the Operation Car Wash affair has been described as the biggest corruption scandal in the history of the world. So, again, the blockchain application was very important because it is used to monitor the process of public bidding on contracts with the government. Let's look at the case of Singapore. Singapore government is testing a system that can tokenize the country's national currency across different blockchain platforms. Together, they aim to create a blockchain-based payment system that can be used to exchange currencies quickly, affordably, and without the need for intermediaries. China also has been embracing blockchain while spurning cryptocurrencies. The country's efforts to become a blockchain champion and powerhouse to harness the power of public and private partnership. As you already know, Alibaba's work with the city of Changzhou to secure healthcare data over blockchain, and Tencent's building a blockchain logistics platform with the China Federation and logistics and purchasing. And the other cities in China, Shanghai, Shaanxi, Henan, Guangzhou, and Guiyang, and Hangzhou, they all issued programs to encourage blockchain development. Estonia is one of the champions in this field of blockchain. They provide the backbone, the renowned e-Estonia program. It connects government services in a single digital platform. This project integrates a vast quantity of sensitive data from healthcare, the judiciary, legislature, security, and commercial code registry, which are stored on a blockchain ledger to protect them from corruption and misuse. So Estonia has become the first country to use blockchain for healthcare on a national level. And also, the USA is exploring the number of blockchain distributed ledger applications. For example, in 2017, the Food and Drug Administration announced that they signed a 2-year joint development agreement with IBM Watson Health to explore using blockchain to securely share patient data. And also, 2018, the USA announced a very different blockchain trial, which is the DHS awarded a grant of $192,380 to a startup called FedCom to test the capability of blockchain to protect data collected by Border Patrol cameras and sensors. Let's look at the case of Dubai. Dubai wants to become the first government in the world to conduct all of its transactions using blockchain by 2020. The Emirate estimates that it will save 5.5 billion dirham annually in document processing alone by adding visa applications, bill payments, license renewals, and other documents to blockchain. So issues and challenges with blockchain includes the inherent difficulties and problems that should be solved in the future, and in legal issues, how do we interpret smart contracts when computer coding requires specificity, and the law often needs interpretations, and who is liable? That is the issue and challenges in the future. Module 2-4 is about cloud-based government and public services. And finally, let's look at the cloud and its trends. The goal of the cloud computing is expanding services for stakeholders. At the same time, competing goals is controlling ICT operating costs, and also driving interoperability among agencies, departments, and managing budget pressures, and helping to ensure privacy and security. As you have already known, the cloud consists of 3 different infrastructure, that is IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So, why do we build cloud computing and should be connected into cloud for government and private sector organizations, and finally with people? So the benefits of cloud includes scalability, storage options, control choices, tool selection, security features, accessibility, and collaboration and competitive edge. As you see in this graph, the demand for cloud has increased dramatically for the last 10 years, about 236%. So if an agency and government wants to launch a new innovative program, it can do so by leveraging cloud infrastructure without having to acquire significant hardware, lowering both time and cost barriers to deployment. That's the reason why we need to apply and introduce the cloud computing. A growing global trend includes that cloud computing and virtualization are key components of many e-governance and strategy worldwide. The United States government has instituted a cloud-first policy with a significant portion of its annual U.S. $80 billion for ICT spending that is devoted to cloud solutions in the future. The Canadian government is following suit, announcing in August 2011, and it will shut down more than 90% of its 300 data centers as a part of a consolidation effort called Shared Service Canada. In France also, they announced the municipal government in the Paris suburbs that they have shown solutions using cloud technology solution architecture diagram, as you are you see in the slide. Also, United Kingdom has provided district police force in England. A police force covering 6 districts across southwestern England currently faces tight budget constraints and has had to restructure to increase efficiency and lower costs. That is the reason why they are applying and adopting a new cloud computing system. So let's look at the issues and challenges with cloud. There's several issues we can say in public sector transitioning to cloud computing. So control, security, reliability, quality, and ownership, and interoperability. And also portability, standardization, vendors, governance model, cultures and compliance, and finally the issue of risk that we have to consider. We all through for today. Thank you very much. So long. See you again.